Here we go, back at it again with yet another video. G'day guys, I'm Shab Chong. If you end up enjoying today's video, make sure you smack that like button. Yeah, smack it real good. But anyway, if you are wondering why my monitor's not on today, well, it's out of respect to a certain group of gamers that I will be talking about in today's gaming news. And also in the comments down below, let me know what your reaction would be if this next news report was going to happen to you. So let's talk about it. Let's get into this first news report of the day, which is a pretty sad story and a warning to anyone that is a PlayStation owner or a future PlayStation owner and lives in Chicago. Just take a look at this headline. PlayStation users pay amusement tax to Chicago now. Seriously. And yes, that is 100% serious. Chicago has this thing known as the amusement tax. I honestly didn't ever think something like that could ever be just made up. Like, it sounds like some sort of cruel joke, an amusement tax. But the thing is, this amusement tax has been in place since 1993. So it's been around for a quarter of a century. It's been around for 25 years, but now it's affecting PlayStation. As of November 14th, PlayStation users will see a tax levied against their purchases online. This includes all things PlayStation, from PlayStation Network purchases to PlayStation View and other services under the PlayStation banner. And to be specific about what percentage this tax will be, this will come in at 9% for every single purchase that you make through your PlayStation. And that right there is just completely insane. And the worst part about this is, and makes it even worse than it already is the fact that Chicago already has a 10.25% sales tax. So that means when you're buying something, you're already getting 10.25% added onto that because of the sales tax, and now you're getting this 9% increase also because of an amusement tax, which is just seriously ridiculous. That basically bumps you up to 20% extra on top of what you're already paying. So you're looking at a good little piece of price right there that you're adding on top of the game, which is just stupid. But I guess if you want your amusement, you need to pay your amusement and sales tax. What a weird world we live in, right? And I guess the only good thing about all this is the fact that I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't live in Chicago. I don't live in Chicago. I've never been to Chicago in my entire life. It looks like a beautiful city, but I would never live there with a sales tax and then an amusement tax. I don't even see how Xbox or Nintendo or PC games are just not being affected by this, and why it's specifically hitting PlayStation. I really don't know, but I'm never going to live there now for that reason specifically, as crazy as that seems. Also, probably the fact that it's really cold and I'm from Australia and I can't handle cold weather. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you would do if this sales tax affected you, if it suddenly came to your city with the amusement tax, I should say, if that came to your city. What would your reaction be? Let me know in the comments down below. But now we move on to the next news report on today's show. And this next news report is also something to do with Sony, and it's about the PlayStation Classic console coming out next month. So I guess this is also a bit of a warning to people out there. So if you are getting a PlayStation Classic console, just be aware that it is using a third-party emulator in the console itself to actually run all the games. Now, this is according to some people who have the console early, and it states that the PlayStation Classics menu states that it uses a variant of the super popular PCSX emulator. And this isn't actually anything new with these new classic consoles that have been coming out over the last year or two. If you guys remember, the SNES Classic that came out by Nintendo also used a popular emulator to bring the games to life. There are a lot of people online right now complaining due to the fact that the PlayStation Classic isn't using original hardware, any sort of legacy hardware to play the games. It's not the original, it's using an emulator, so it's not really using the original hardware that the console came with. So there are some people out there complaining about that, but to be honest, I really don't mind too much if it plays the games the same way and it all feels the same and you still have that nostalgic experience. It's going to be a good time. It's a cheap console when you really think about it. It's more of a novelty. It's more of a collector's item, so I don't know why so many people are getting so mad about it. to be honest, it's not that big of an issue. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this, or what side of the fence do you sit on, or you kind of just don't care. Personally, I don't care, but I also don't mind at the same time the fact that it's not using legacy hardware. So anyway, let's move on to the next news report on today's show. And it's our final news report on today's show. And it's some news from Xbox because, well, it looks like you can go and download the original Crackdown game for free on Xbox. It actually supports 4K on the Xbox One X, which is just awesome. I don't know what that's really going to look like in 4K, but I guess it's a good thing. But running at native 4K on the Xbox One X would be pretty cool to see, so I might actually download that myself and check it out. So yeah, if you are wondering why Microsoft is doing this, they are releasing a bunch of free games this weekend ahead of the XO18 conference. So you can get yourself Crackdown for free to download on the Xbox Live Store right now. Also on top of that, there is Pro Evo Soccer 2019, and you've also got PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for free this weekend. So yeah, I guess free games is always good news for you guys, good news for me, good news for everybody. Anyway guys, that pretty much does it for today's video, but really quickly, I just want to thank one person. Bam! Thank you to you for supporting me as a creator with Fortnite. And by the way, if any of you guys do have me as a supporter creator person on Fortnite, if you have already put me in, make sure you renew that, because I'm pretty sure it deletes itself after a couple of weeks or something like that. And if you haven't added me already, please do so. I'm not the biggest creator out there, so it would be greatly appreciated if you do so. I'm not doing any massive giveaways or anything for you supporting me. I'm not Ali A or someone like that, so I don't have millions of dollars to just throw around consoles and stuff. But if you want to go support those people to win giveaways, you can. But if you just want to support me just because you want to, you can do that too. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go to the loo. I've never actually said that in my entire life. I don't know why I said that, but I actually do have to go poop. And then I'm going to edit this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.